I'm Lucas Foden.
And I'm John. I'm a Heartland supporter, and they'll definitely win next season, obviously.
Yeah, totally. As you know, I'm a Melbourne supporter, and today me and John will be comparing our ladder predictions. So in 18th, I reckon it's going to be the West Coast Eagles.
Now Richmond.
Because West Coast have had, not the best year ever, and now I reckon it'll be a not for bad year going for draft picks.
Hey, they did better than Richmond.
17th is, I reckon, Richmond.
Not Melbourne.
Definitely because they lost Dusty, they're probably their best player. And they're going to lose Bolton as well, so they're going to be down there again.
Not Melbourne's good sometimes, but
Yeah.
rarely.
They did upset Gold Coast this year, though. That was a big upset.
Yeah.
Okay, 16th, I've got North.
West Coast.
Yeah, the bottom three is basically the same for us, but just different order. So North basically need more draft picks, that's it.
Yeah.
They got Harley Reid, they might have been a bit better, but you know. Okay, now in 15th, I've got Adelaide. They're supposed to have a good year this year.
No, the Dockers. I know they did finish 10th last year, but
They should have made it.
yeah.
Okay, in 14th, I've got the Bombers.
The Suns.
I reckon the Bombers felt like they should have made it, but that loss against the Suns late in the year just completely
Yeah, the
ruined
loss against the
chance.
Suns.
Why do you think the Suns will be in 14th?
I don't know. They haven't been. Well, they have been good, but I don't think they're really good. But the other teams are just I think better.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, all of these tips are before the practice matches
Oh, yeah, that.
and
Draft picks.
draft picks.
In trades, alright? So
Yeah.
in 13th, I got Gold Coast.
Essendon.
Reverse. But I reckon Gold Coast, they still need a couple more years, need some more better players and draft picks before they can officially get a finals game in them.
Essendon could have got into the top 8, but they just messed up.
This is choked. Okay, in 12th, I've got the Freo Dockers.
The Crows.
Dockers should have made it, so I'm not really sure where to put them. I'm not sure, so I just put them in 12th. So I might change it later, so keep them there.
The Crows win some games that they're really not supposed to win, and they might surprise us by even being in the top 8 next year. But who knows?
In 11th, we got
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Same.
I reckon because of the players leaving, like Oliver's leaving, I'm sure there's probably a few others,
Yeah.
probably one in the league. And Cozzy.
But they still have a few
Cos-
good players
yeah.
to keep them from being in
Yeah.
the last 5.
Yeah, Cozzy Pickett is on the trade block again, so hopefully he can stay with my Demons. So, okay, in 10th, I've got Port.
I got the Bulldogs.
Port, because they had a bad first final. I reckon the Hawks deserve to go through instead.
The Bulldogs, yeah, they can make it. They win some games, but they win most of their games. And yeah, I guess.
In 9th place, just missing out in the finals, I've got the Saints. Because I just reckon, because they had a good finish, but not sure if they can carry it to the start next season. But we'll just see if the Saints can get back up there. I still think they could make it, but we're just going to see the
I
moves in
reckon
the
Port,
off-season.
they should have won that game, but they choked.
Yeah.
Just if they defended for a little longer. They probably could have even beaten the Swans.
Yeah. And in 8th, just getting into the finals, I got Sydney. After they got smashed by Geelong in 2022, they finished 8th, so I reckon they'll be in with 8th and 13th.
They got smashed in 2022 by 60 points.
Yeah. I was expecting a bit of a better performance, but just another disappointment grand final. That's
Same with
4
the
losses.
Magpies.
Yeah.
But at least they make it into the top 8. They might just barely make it because last time they got 9th and they just barely choked that last win.
Okay, now 7th I've got the Bulldogs. Not really sure where to put them because they had an alright season but not the best ever, so they're going to be in my 7th.
I put Saints in my 7th because they had a really great finish, and they could have put in Carlton out of the top 8, but then Port won against Fremantle. So
Okay. Now in 6, I've got the Giants.
I wrote Carlton in 6th.
I reckon the Giants, because I reckon that boost from not winning, that's gonna not help their confidence. It's just gonna not make that top 4. But I reckon they'll still make finals, but not as high.
Carlton could recover from the injuries and might or might not get a new player, but they did okay at the start of last season, and they stayed in the top 4 for a long time, and then they had the series of injuries.
In 5th place, I've got the Hawks, because they had very good end to last year. They deserved.
They deserve first.
Yeah, I reckon it could have been a Hawthorn Geelong grand final after Geelong beat Port. I was like, ooh, maybe that'd be a big grand final, but
Port definitely cheated.
yeah, they definitely did.
I put Giants in my 5th position because they did really well. They stayed in top 8 for most of the season, and I think they'll be in the top 8 this time too.
In 4th, got Carlton. If they don't have many injuries, they should be back in there in the top 4. I reckon the only reason why they slipped out is because of injuries.
Swans were a contender for the last years. Well, in this year's in 2023's grand final, but they choked it. They got the first 2 goals, and they could have, if they kept the same rhythm to the game, they could have won that. But I guess not.
In my 3rd place, I've got Collingwood. What do you have?
I got the Lions.
I got Collingwood because just like Geelong in 2023, after winning the flag, I reckon they'll be back up there in 3rd.
I think the Lions will definitely be in the top 4 because they got 5th last season, and they were out of the top 4 and they still won the grand final, which I think is a great achievement for them.
Yeah, so in 2nd, I've got Brisbane.
Hawks.
Brisbane, I don't know how they did it. How did they imagine being a Lions fan in week 2 of semi-finals, and then 2 weeks later, you're 3 seconds away from being a premiership fan. That would have been a great feeling.
Imagine being a Hawks fan and being 0-5 at the start of the season and making it into top 8. And
Not
I think
just that, but actually top 6 because they beat the Dogs.
they did really well at the end, and I probably think they can continue it because they have a really young and strong team right now. So yeah.
Okay, in top, I think you can all guess we both have Geelong.
Yeah.
I reckon because they got some young players now. A
And
couple of them are a bit old, but I reckon they'll be back up.
they choked last year's game, which they should have won.
Yeah.
But the Lions beat them again, and the Cats should come back strong this next year. So, yep.
Okay, so should we show them our ladder?
Yeah, here.
We can do it on screen. Okay, so if you want to pause and look at it, you can. But for now, I think that's the end, and I'll probably see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, and comment down below if you want John to be in another video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye. And comment.